Let's take a quick look at the user interface just so you can get comfortable with what you're seeing in Vegas Pro. Underneath the familiar menu and button bar that you see in other applications, you have a window docking area. Here we have the project media window, which holds the media as we add it to our project, the trimmer window where we can view the media before we add it to our project to make sure it's what we want, the video preview window where we'll see the results of the work that we're doing and the edits that we're making, and the master bus where we'll monitor and control the master volume of our project. There are also other windows that you can't see currently in the window docking area, and they have tabs that lead to them. So if you want to view the Explorer window, click the Explorer tab, and you see a very Windows Explorer-like Explorer window. Click the Transitions tab to see transitions and so forth. And we'll talk about all these windows as we go along. The interface, as I said, is very flexible, and so if you decide that you want a window in the window docking area to be larger than it currently is, point to the separator between two windows and drag it to a new position. Make the window wider. In the same way, point to the separator between the window docking area and the area below it, which we call the timeline area, and drag that to make it taller or shorter. The timeline area is where you'll spend most of your time cutting up your project, arranging the media in your project, and so forth. And obviously we'll take a closer look at that as we go along. If you have a window in the window docking area that you decide you want to place somewhere else, you can undock it from the area. To do that, point to the 6 vertical dots and drag the window to a new position on your screen. And now it's just floating on your screen and you can put it wherever you want it. I can undock any of these windows and create whatever arrangement I need. If I undock a window and set it on top of another window, I create what's called a floating dock, and I can make that whatever size I want to. And again, I have tabs to switch back and forth between the windows. Now you might have certain window layouts that work for certain projects. So for instance, let's say this is a color correction project, and so I have certain windows that I want in specific places for my color correction projects. And I might want to come back to this layout at another time. So I can save window layouts. To do that, choose View, Window Layouts, Save Layout As. I have 10 slots that I can save a layout to. I've already saved 2 layouts, 2 test layouts, so I'm going to create another one and call it Test 3. And I'll save it to slot number 2. And click OK. Now, if I decide I want to go to one of the layouts that I saved earlier, choose View, Window Layouts, and choose the layout from the list. So I've got a different layout for a different type of project. And I can always go back to the default layout at any time. And in fact, if you've been experimenting here as we've been going along, let's go back to the default layout so that for the rest of the training, you'll be looking at the same thing I'm looking at. So to do that, choose View, Window Layouts, Default Layout. And now you're back to what you saw when you first launched the application. So you can see that it's a very flexible and very customizable user interface.